Flick it again. Flick it again.
Are you feeling better, Carlo? Thank you, Carlo. Am I ready? We're good? Contact. Welcome to Outerz0ne 08. Another closing, another year in the books. So, tell you what, I'm hungry, tired, want to shower, want to cuddle with Carlo a little bit. He's a great cuddler.
Get in line.
That's it.
I'm auctioning off cuddles.
I've already got my cuddle auction.
He's got to say Gambian first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot better that way for everyone involved. If you participated in a contest, raise your hand.
You won.
You did.
Was there any contests that include movies?
Yeah. Big Pixel if you did. Big Pixel if you did.
Judging outside.
Yeah, we got to judge real quick in all the bits and pieces. If you don't mind, we'll step outside for just a moment. All the rest of this is going to be bullshit anyway.
We're going to talk about you.
So yeah, if you don't mind, anyone who did any of the 8-bit pixel stuff,
Go get it.
go grab it real quick.
Go grab it.
Go grab it. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't have any CP. Let's drink some more.
Hey, your mad dog's right there.
No. That's okay. Just stay right there. I have my blue moon.
Titanic and
Do what?
Make some
Modified.
what is the Lion King?
So yes, I know that. Okay. We have cider or beer.
Mostly beer.
Mostly beer now. Apparently all the pussies are drinking all the cider. So,
Literally.
yeah. This is
I can
big
say that
tape.
because they're not in the room.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know you had one here.
So we got a little bit of Outerz0ne trivia here. We no one really went for the Outerz0ne trivia portion of things, so we got a couple of questions we put together. What is CP's official title?
CP, the DP of OZ.
That is correct. He is the director of partying of Outerz0ne. So we would like to get a round of applause for CP. Outerz0ne drink. How odd. That's kind of scary. You don't have enough body mass to drink what's in that container. The person most in need of a Snickers bar, Charles, I swear.
Yeah, well, where's my sandwich?
Oh, I think.
Pseudo.
Pseudo making this out. I walked up and he says, Skydog, and he jumps up and literally like hangs on me, and I didn't move. It wasn't like I went, ugh! He just kind of clung to me like a little monkey. So,
Well, it kind of like the lint sheet out of a dryer.
yeah, there you go. Perfect. Next one is, who usually wins oldest attendee? Curveball, would you like a beer?
Hell yeah.
All right, come on. Ziploc, would you like a beer?
Yeah.
Come on up, get a beer. No. Sit down. You're royalty.
I'll carry some beer.
Do what?
He wants a blue moon.
Ziploc would like a blue moon.
I already had it picked out.
That's a
There we go. Thank you, Ziploc.
Because he's seen many blue moons.
Okay, trivia piece number 3. What was who attended the talk this morning?
Me.
Which talk?
The talk that I did this morning.
I think
What was on the back of the Outerz0ne Year 1 badges?
Yeah.
Come on up, get something to drink. Beer or cider? We're not going to call you pussy for getting cider. All right. Number 4. What is Outerz0ne's claim to fame?
Longest donation based on longest.
Hey, would you like raise your fucking hand? I'm like, first person. Who knows what it is?
Most
Jigsaw?
con within a con.
There you go. That's our claim to fame.
Or the longest donation time.
That's because I'm an idiot. That's not.
Oh!
That's his claim to infamy.
Because a little gay man who didn't show up this time said, "No, it's got to be donation based."
Yeah, motherfucker didn't come down from New York.
There you go.
Get your ass down here, Al.
What year did Outerz0ne get its own hotel and become a freestanding con?
The third one?
It was the third one.
Number 4?
It was 3.
It was 3. Well, who answered 3 first?
I already got a beer.
I thought the question was what year?
It was. You
Yeah.
didn't answer
What year?
that.
This was year 8.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. You tell me either one, I don't care.
I said 2006.
You've already got
What
it.
was the literal
I
year
have
of
two
it
hands.
though?
All right, take this as drinking.
No, I don't do that.
Ted, want a beer?
Sure.
Want a beer, Ted? And question number 6. Who's ready? Who owns this con?
we do.
There you go. You've already got it. Who do you want to have it?
Microsoft.
Get a beer. Or a cider. Go for it.
He's
Lad.
finally 21. So.
I'm 24.
And a hat.
Yeah.
And a week. And 12 hours and 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, the evolution of Outerz0ne started in a single hotel room in a suite, went to another hotel room, actually had to get some con space at some point, which was kind of funny. If you've ever gone in and had to rent space, it's a very interesting thing when you say, yeah, I'll sign for that, and you write your name down and you go, fuck, I hope people actually show up to this.
And you go, we're a technology company.
Yes, you never say it. You're correct. You never say, we're a hacker conference. Hello.
I did that at Customs in Belgium a couple of years ago.
How did that work?
We'll never do it again.
There you go. I'm going to a hacker conference. Oh, wait. Oh. Yes, true. The Ramada that is now the Doubletree Inn on West End or Broadway in downtown Nashville said, we would love to have you here. And you can do whatever you want. We'll sign a contract and do this for the next 10 years. And at the end of the con, they went, well, it's been very nice. Please don't ever come back again. I'm going to watch on that.
We'll see how the Hilton goes this year.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to help you find another hotel for Carolina, aren't we? So the evolution of Outerz0ne was we started out small and we stayed small. One of the things that we talked about this morning in the history lesson I did was we were talking about where we're at and where we're going. Outerz0ne has stayed small. I think because people wanted it to be that way, and also because I don't ever tell anybody where it's going to be until Thursday. So, you fuckers guessing, right? In March or April, somewhere in there's going to be a conference, not really sure.
Everyone here just knows your phone number. That's
Yeah, but I never answer it anyway, so.
Website will be updated next week.
You what?
The website will be updated next week.
Yeah. So, Ziploc, this is actually a quote attributed to him, which I really appreciate. It is the best description by far of Outerz0ne, a fantastic party where you might learn something. So, if you don't watch it, you could kill enough brain cells you might forget something, but theoretically you might learn something. So, that has to be, I think, the best summation of what it is. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it every year, and hopefully everyone has a good time. There was another quote. It's, I bet your boss. Jackass.
Party like a hack star.
He knows the reference there. Thank you very much, Carlo. Carlo, everyone give Carlo a hand. So, how much food do you need, Al? Just enough for a grudge flag.
So a lot then.
There are so many quotes that have come out of different kinds that Al Stroger has gone to. So part of our talk today was to discuss where we are and where we're going. I think everyone had a hangover this morning and then worked to combat that by drinking all afternoon. So we didn't have too many people actually come up and talk to us about what they wanted to do. So one of the things we've got to decide is staying the way we are. We're changing our model. What do you guys want? Because really, it's all a matter of I put a website together. We order some swag. I call some people. Hey, you need to do a talk. if I called Billy Hoffman right now and said, hey, I need you to tap dance, Billy would say, are you supplying the music or do I need to bring it? So it's one of those things where you guys tell us what you want and we'll just make that happen within reason. So there's a certain comfort factor that goes with everything.
We just need a hotel that doesn't care as long as we don't burn the place down.
Well, there are very few of those. Typically, they're called shitholes.
And in Nashville.
And no
Yeah, and Tibbet, yeah.
You can burn the hotel down and you can still put that
No
next to
But
it.
you can throw chairs off the roof. Yeah.
Here you can flip
Where's
it
one?
in Nashville. It's
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, this shithole's next to Malone, so that makes it easy.
Do what?
This shithole's next to Malone, and that makes
Yeah,
it easy.
there are other considerations. Where can you walk and have enough space to actually eat somewhere that's not like a McDonald's you have to take over or something?
Well, I would suggest Georgia Tech, but throwing a chair off the roof there might cause a traffic
And bringing
accident.
alcohol might be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's its own issue.
When we wander around with our own cooler full of alcohol, everyone has an open bottle and everything.
James can never come because he has guns.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. The whole academic thing. I don't want to know who brought a gun. Please don't tell me
It's
that.
the South.
Well, it's
your
the
license, it
liability.
doesn't matter.
James is the only person I know, if he fell down, he'd go off. James got pulled over one night. There was someone who called his tagging incorrectly. They pulled him over. There were 6 police cars behind him because it was supposed to be a stolen vehicle. He got out of the car and said, by the way, I have a carry permit and I'm armed. And the guy says, okay. And he pulls his shirt up and he has a very nice Kimber that he carries. Better than all the cops had. So they're back there messing with, oh, this is really cool. And the cop says, well, you know, we pulled you over because apparently it's a problem. He goes, officer, if you don't mind, I actually have another weapon on me. And my left pocket is a 38. So, you know, the guy is like armed to the gills all the time. So, you know, I'm at the consortium and someone knocks on the door. I turn to him and he goes, where's the gun? I have to go check the door. Anyway,
We went to go buy booze last year for Skydog Con,
Yeah.
and he drove.
yes.
We pull into the liquor store, he's like, hang on a second. Stick this under the seat. I'm like, stick this under the seat. Stick this under the seat. I'm like, holy shit, just stay in the car.
Yeah. Pretty much. He doesn't have ankle weights. He's got a 38 weight in his So anyway, all the fun aside. Anyway, there's a dollar figure that goes along with every person in here. Unfortunately, up front, you're a $2 portion.
I went up.
Did what?
50 cents last year.
50 cent. Oh. Every year when we do the con, we dip into our pocketbook, purse, wallet, whatever you want to call it, and get some cash out, and we go buy swag. Little Scotty Moulton calls the hotel and signs his name on the dotted line, covers everything for that. And we put money down, and we don't know who's showing up. We don't have a ticketing system. We got no clue. All I see is Twitter, Facebook, an email every once in a while that I read. And people say, dude, I'm coming. Well, when I got here, I don't know if 10 people are showing up or 500. So 500 would be really funny, but more to the point, we order a certain amount of swag, you know. So if you went into the registration room, there's tables full of swag and all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, a lot of that is actually stuff I pulled out of storage where, 4 years ago I have water bottles and I take half a case and it's in there. And the next year it's another case. And, so it's one of those things where if I buy 50 of them and 100 people show up, everyone goes, you fucking suck, man, where's my swag? But then I buy 300 of them and like 20 people show up and go, I got 2 of those, I don't need one. I've either got to come up with a really great craft project, which, trust me, has not come along yet. But
You should donate them to the homeless.
that's true, I should know.
Tax write-off.
Nobody
But our names are on all of them.
If you really want to know this guy who got all of the homeless rounded up by the police for carrying packer swag.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
Well,
50 cents for porn
This
recovery.
is Georgia.
Skydog, now you have that.
Trust me, there are plenty of things that have happened at these conferences that I'm worried about, way more than that.
Skydog, now that you have that vinyl cutter, you can just make numbers and it'll just cover up the Outerz0ne 08.
Because the same people are here.
I got
Just change the number.
Oh, that's
Leave a little
actually pretty funny,
Scribble it in.
One of the things we talked about doing for the for Outerz0ne 10 is I have all of the digital scans of all of the signatures that have ever been put on the T-shirts. So Outerz0ne 10, one of the things I'm going to do is every signature of everyone who's ever showed up. So I'm going to cover the back as best I can. 10 inches by 14 is the max size you can print without doing those weird ones that go around and make you look like an Ed Hardy schmuck. So anyway, we're going to do all the signatures and stuff like that. But even doing that, we bought X number of T-shirts. You know, it's like 50 some odd T-shirts, and we have to sell X number of them to break even. And I don't know if you know, but you can only have so many dust rags around the house.
Yeah.
Hence the reason there were like shirts lined up all over the place. You know, it's a couple of these, toss them in a box. Well, after 8 years, you got a bunch of stuff like that sitting around. So we kind of don't know up front who's showing up. We take on good faith it's going to be 100, 150, somewhere in that range. And we order swag based on that. But we put our money out front, hoping that people show up and have a good time and donate to help us, you know, catch up on what we actually paid. So usually that number is anywhere between $20 and $30 per person that we spend for you to be able to come out and do the con. That sounds like, you know, geez, 20 or 30 bucks. We have to figure, we have to transport things, we have to have shirts printed, we have, you know, we have swag that's sent everywhere. We have the hotel space that has to be paid for. I don't know if you've noticed, gas sucks. And when I have an SUV that I'm dragging a 5x8 trailer that's loaded to the hilt with stuff. 55 was as fast as I could go. It wasn't a suggestion. It was, if I could go downhill, I might hit 60. So I ran through a bunch of gas to get here. It's one of those things where all those things kind of add up. Now, I'm not standing up here saying, well, I don't want to do this. No. I mean, I've spent more money going to DEF CON. Well, actually, there are things I've done at DEF CON I probably shouldn't talk about up front here. But I've spent a lot of cash to go to DEF CON to spend time with my friends. That's what I go for. I don't attend very many talks. I actually go there to spend time with the people that I know there. So the end result is, if I spent the money and never made anything back, a year or two of that, I would say it was worth it. After that, maybe not so much. It would be bad business to continue to do that. But we have sort of the dollar figure we've put together is what we know we're going to spend. Like Bob, you were saying you want to keep the price of your con at $20. With what we end up giving you, sometimes it's real hard to make that happen, and you don't make a profit. You buy, you know, the money that you get back, you buy a piece of equipment, which is, you know, stereo or the speakers and, you know, hardware and things like that. So just keep in mind that we put a certain amount of cash out there before, hoping that we make that cash back. To date, we break even. We come in a little under. You know, if it costs me a couple $100 to party with my friends for the weekend, and I don't have to post bail, I figure that's pretty good.
Knight
So,
still young.
do what?
Knight is still young.
I don't know who you are.
Frank call.
Frank Collar.
You called me from a phone?
Yeah, there you go. Pulp Fiction.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
What?
Oh, the Derby. There you go. Anyway, we're not doing movie trivia on that one. So basically, we kind of want to know: do you want it to stay this size? Do you want it to stay donation based? You know, for us to expand, we'll probably have to do some sort of a ticket up front deal for us to know how many people are showing up, for us to buy swag and things like that. So if you want to shout it out now, that's cool. If you want to think about it and email it, you can email me, and I'll read it, but I probably won't respond to it. You can email Miss Skydog here, and she will respond, then chew my ass out because you sent an email to me. I didn't respond. You sent one to her, and she's mad at me, so then I'll respond to you. But
I was going to say, I'd settled on the tiered system, like, you don't contribute, and you get, like, a lanyard and a badge, and maybe a water bottle, and if you do contribute, you get a shirt and some other shit.
well, that methodology was applied to Nauticon. The problem with that is they said it's $70 to get in, but for another $40 you can get the swag. And everybody looked at the swag and went, that's not worth $40. So the problem behind that is you then make a stark relief and, well, I'm charging them, here, this is your swag, and you go, well, it's got a price tag on it. It's, you know, $40 and you want $70 for it. that system kind of makes everybody go, well, I don't think it's worth it. But
Let me see the swag this year and I'll decide whether or not to help out.
yeah, exactly. And so that, if I've got a bunch of it and everybody goes, nah, it's not worth it, I have to find a craft project. And I haven't found one that really works for this stuff yet. So
I think it seems like it's working. No, it's not working.
this is what everybody wants.
I think
Right,
it
yeah,
can
but you're
grow.
not trying to make a profit on the swag, though. You're not trying to fund it, right?
I just
So
like to
it
get my
could remain
cash back.
donation based to show up,
Yeah.
and like 25 with a swag package.
Yeah.
My only question is, you really close to Louisville, Kentucky.
I mean, all things considered, a lot of these people are coming from out of state anyway.
Yeah.
Any admission that you charge, swag or no swag, is a drop in the bucket compared to getting the hotel room, getting the gas,
Yeah.
covering all
A
the
couple of
other
$20
extraneous.
bills is not going to drink or break anybody. Right.
Well, how old are you, Robert?
I'm old enough. 17-year-old.
Okay. Yeah, if you're between 30 and 40, you've got a job. Or do you have a job?
I'm currently employed.
You're currently employed. Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you have a job, when you say a couple, $20, $40 or whatever, it's not a problem. Some people it
There was
is.
a point when that was.
Yeah. You remember the ketchup soup days, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now, hey, how you like ramen?
Might still be there, but
I never ate ramen in college to survive, so I actually enjoy doing it. Oh, I love these people. I will not eat another one of those to save my life. So,
I mean, and if you want, make like a free for college students or something. Although I think that's going to get the wrong
For senior citizens.
response.
we have one.
Stop sponsor any
there you go.
Well,
I think if you're done.
we actually do that at Carolina Cup, that people can pay for someone just to
You can sponsor somebody else.
sponsor someone else, and they'll pay like 40, and then we'll let others.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So would you
That's a good idea. You can sponsor someone, pay for them to get in, or a college student or something. What'd you say, Sid
I was going to suggest that if you do go with this idea of a fee up front and related matters,
Yeah.
you're going to have to start publishing information more than 2 weeks out.
No, actually,
Yeah, I gotta say,
that's
I
the
think
next
I would-
portion of this
I think I would be
conversation is
more willing to
correct.
pay if I could actually,
I have a website that
slip
helps,
this
you know,
into my
publish that
schedule a
information.
few months
Auto-
later.
Auto-pay, annual auto-pay.
Yeah. Ding.
No, you don't have to pay. It's worth it.
It's direct
Hey, now, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I would do an auto pay.
Do what?
I would do an auto pay.
Well,
It would be like, oh shit, this got deducted from my account. 30 days till Outerzone.
Okay, I want to apologize. I'm very sorry. It was only 30 days. I should have made it 35.
Oh.
Man,
2 points. Is the swag that important?
I don't know. You tell me.
Only the t-shirt and only because my name's
Water
on it.
bottle.
Water bottles are a must.
Water bottles are a must. Now, everyone, if you don't mind, if you give this Skydog a round of applause. Picking the themes. Those are two of the hardest things you can do with a con. What do you want to give everybody? Am I going to give you a piece of shit, or am I going to give you something nice?
And what can I afford?
What can I afford? So she said, I'll take care of it. Oh, okay. And she said, you know what? We'll make the lunch boxes. We'll have food for everybody. It's a free lunch. Okay, it works for me. Is the swag worth it? If you want to do that, if you're hungry, I mean.
The swag is good because you're like, hey, where did you get that? Or you give it to a friend and they don't know what it is. They look online. They keep it. You're constantly reminded that, wow, I have all these
The one
shirts.
piece of swag that, from any convention, that always gets people's attention is this little luggage tag that I picked up from Dragon Con earlier this year. It doesn't matter where I go, it's basically stuck to my purse, and I have gotten responses all the way up and down the road from here to Nashville. Even people up in the mountains spot it and go, oh, hey, Dragon Con!
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That was question one.
Part one, or what's part two?
And the second question is, if you get the website up earlier, could you put a donation button on there? For free donation.
Don't do it through PayPal because they will F you in the AA.
Oh, okay. $10,000 spending limit on PayPal. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, I spent $10,000 through PayPal. What in the hell have I bought? Because I buy things that are like $6. I'm like,
Are you part of the preferred plan too? I'm like,
yeah. My preferred plan is yes, take my money, baby.
That's annual,
That's
not
the
total,
box.
right?
No, that's total.
That's total overall transfer.
Yeah.
So, by
That's
doing a
disturbing.
pre, you don't necessarily have to sell tickets, but you can do a pre-donation. That might help your out-of-pocket.
Okay, so
Because
what we're
it's, well,
saying,
if someone's going to spend money, they're going to be more motivated to show up. I mean, like, it's 420 weekend. I'm pretty sure half the people in this community are stoners, and they're probably not doing that.
I don't know
Not
if
it.
that 420.
No, there's
Yeah.
no drug use in hacking.
I know.
Please, hackers get drunk, okay?
Says the man with a beer full of cooler.
You're not cut off.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so let's see. The swag,
Right.
I like swag, but I give swag. I like the water bottles. The longest time was the biggest deal because you could carry whatever, and I didn't know what it was. Wild Philip or feasible.
Your favorite two words, plausible
Plausible
deniability.
deniability. That's correct.
Get
So
it down when they're trying.
that was cool. I'd like to give you something that has your name on it or our names on it or something like that because I have like a shelf in my office that's I have a cork board that has all kinds of badges on it and little things that mean so much to me that everybody walks in and goes, "What is this shit on your wall?" Yeah, shit. This is something I was here. Yeah, this is what I do for fun. So fuck you. This is my badge collection, So, swag, I'd like to have something to give to you. The donation button, I like that. Would everybody like a donation button?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll send you a check.
That's actually easier.
Okay.
You're just old school all the way.
If you don't mark their donation, they might forget, especially as you guys are doing.
Oh, yeah, give it
But that way you get.
Okay, so the next question is, we're getting back, how far out do I have to put the website up? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days?
At least 90.
90 days, website has to be up. Now wait a minute, by definition, a website has to be up, because the website was up.
Information needs to be available.
When you signed the contract
Well,
with the
yeah, we
hotel.
have-
Wouldn't accept it for free, Nick.
website.
You gotta
90 days
put it up
out,
at
when
least
and when it's
that,
going to be,
at
30
least
days
that.
out, who the hell speaking?
I can't always get the hotel something lined up 90 days ahead of time. I can't.
You have to understand that the date that we actually do the contract, I have no idea
I
until that
can
man
get it
calls
60
me.
days. That's the most I can do.
Okay, so if we could say, within reason, we'll do 60 days as fast as we can to get the website up, would that be fair?
Yeah.
So you guys quit chewing my ass over.
Hey,
We'll
which
do it
one
now.
is volunteering to do the website?
Well, that's the next question, so.
Just put up a date and where the hotel is. We can handle the rest.
Well, the problem behind that is, okay.
Like we come for the
This is what we explained. See this website? Who thinks I put this thing together for Skydog? Yeah, correct. I had nothing to do with that. You know why? Because it has style,
Good stuff.
panache.
It's fancy.
Zero of that. Or technical ability.
And it's done.
But you have a nice
Yes.
And it's done.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
You know what, Scott, you were right the whole time through. Just have somebody do it. But here's the problem behind it.
So how hard do
I would love to hand it off to somebody. But,
If I give you the Photoshop file and you can fill in the date, is that good enough for you?
well, honestly, I built one with simple CMS.
Can you fill the date too? I'll just call you.
I charge extra for
I
that.
said this morning. I'm a big movie guy, as you saw earlier. Jean-Reno, across from Robert De Niro and Ronan.
Oh, yeah.
And they're talking, and De Niro says something about what's going on, and Jean-Reno says, well, everyone's your brother till everything comes due. Which is the problem with doing something like this.
Yeah.
Everyone says, I'll do that, until life gets in the way. So that's what happens to me. Hey, we got the date. All right, I'll put it up tomorrow. I'm working on something here and working on that. I'm a busy guy, really. It's kind of scary. I'm going to make the 16-year-old do that when we get back. So everyone says, I'd love to do the website. I would love for someone to do the website, but the problem is, if you
That
say you're
Skydog's
gonna
got
do
to
it,
spend time giving them FTP access.
you know what? I moved everything to DreamHost. I will be glad to give someone access to put something up and make it work. So if somebody wants to do it, I would be more than happy to compensate you by hugs and kisses, especially for Deviant. Would you like to do it, Deviant?
Yes.
You would do that for me.
So what is it?
And if he doesn't, I'll give you a shell, reverse shell.
You've never done web design then because I want a website. What's on it? I don't know. Just fill it in with stuff. Ah, gotcha.
What if you do a website before you have the date saying coming soon?
Yeah.
And perhaps more.
That means I have to get off my dead ass and do something. Yes, you're right. If I put up a website 90 days out and put the date up 60 days out, would everybody be happy?
Yeah.
That'll be okay.
And call for papers information.
I'm going to do everything in my ability,
Just text.
and then she's going to make me do
Is
it.
that recorder on?
Yes, it is.
Okay, just want to make
This
sure.
is
So
on
we
the
can
record.
play this back next year.
I'm
30 days
Skydog,
out.
and I approve the message that's now coming across the video.
No. You
I
can
will
say
put a
you're a
website
sound-minded
90
body.
days in advance, and we'll set up the date with the hotel 60 days in advance, and it will be published as close to 60 days as humanly possible. That work?
What do you
I
do?
solemnly swear.
Do we have a notary?
Okay, so here's the next little chunk there. How do I know who's showing up? Do we do? I need to know who's showing up. Now I don't need to know what time you're getting there, and what you're bringing with you, but huh?
I'm gonna be here next year.
All right, okay. Number one, who's now? So we have Twitter. You could join on Twitter and say you're coming. Do we do something on the website where you send a thing through and say, "Hey, man, I'm coming"? Give us your email address and your mailing list.
I'd say give us a +1 button, but we'd exploit it to like 80,000.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
If you had the website up more than 60 days in advance, say, like, right after the previous con is over, just put something up and say, hey, next Outerzone is going to happen.
Yeah.
Put, Google has the forums. The forums.
Okay.
Just have people, we do that at work for luncheons and things like that. Just put that up and gauge interest that way.
Okay.
That way people can just go in and check the box and say, yes, I'm going to be there.
I'm up for whatever. I
But
just
you
kind
can
of
track your numbers easily with the e-bike.
yeah.
Yeah, e-bike, that works too.
How many people did we get this year?
Also, a buddy of mine
It's not hard to set up.
Stand up and yell it.
A buddy of mine did a conference a while back. He used an Eventbrite. It was a free conference.
Yeah.
To just track everybody who's coming.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The only thing that I worry about with that is someone's just going to populate it with 500 people, and I'm not going to know. But you're
Honest people.
It's probably protected by reception.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I'll do that.
I'm 5% sure it won't happen.
Is there any way we could, I don't know, mix the forms with something like OAuth from Twitter or Facebook? You know, something where it's actually tied to or be reasonably tied to a person?
You have to submit a DNA sample. Yes.
No.
OAuth is
You
so
know,
good.
I don't know. Maybe we do the mailing list.
Covered
What's the best way to contact you guys? The mailing list? Or Twitter? I call you, I knock on your door and come for dinner?
You can do that.
You're welcome. Anytime. We have a bed and everything.
What was it? French toast. There you go. It's my house, baby.
Twitter.
Okay, so let's do Twitter. We'll do that. We'll do Twitter. We'll do 90 days out. We'll try to do the website right after the con. I'll change something. That Outerzone will happen. Okay.
Something like that, you know.
Do you know the big thing?
We actually between 75 and 100. We know we solidly marked down the little lines and
Until
counted
the
up.
alcohol showed up.
Yeah, alcohol should have been everything was counted.
Squiggles.
Yeah, pretty much. Is that a line? No, that's some jelly off the donut.
Switch from hash marks to Roman numerals.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be a lot easier. So, you like the talks, right? The talks are good. The talks are a mix of the same stuff you're going to pay thousands of dollars in Black Hat. You get to hear a preview of something no one else has heard yet, which is pretty stellar. You get to hear something from little Scotty Bolton that he's going to then take to every con after this.
We hear it first for the year.
And that damn hat.
Oh, the hat's for the power cups. Without the hat, it's useless.
All the power is derived from this hat.
Oh, where'd he go?
Who is that? There you go.
Where'd he go?
Just a regular platypus.
We have so many inside jokes. I'll tell you what. So, okay. Anyway, we're going to do what we can. You like the talks. The venue's okay. It's not the greatest hotel, but it's cheap. And
And
let us get away with whatever.
Yeah. And you know what? Don't stress yourself out.
I do that anyway. I'm a perfectionist. That's why we went from laminating badges to printer. Does everybody like the badges?
What does this hotel think of us? Do they like us here? They
like our money.
Scott?
Well, they're not really big fans of ours, but they accept us because we're probably one of the few that actually gives them any money.
Oh, there you go.
As long as Obama don't have an image limit, they're outside, they don't care.
Please contain your wallet to a receptacle other than the floor.
Well, and I will say one nice thing. We've never had a stuff in the group machine here.
No. The six-legged group machine is always welcome in any con that I do. So, I'd like for some people to come up with contests to do because we come up with them and some people do them and a lot of people don't. We try to come up with something goofy and crazy to do, and I don't know if there's too much alcohol consumed on Friday night, so that Saturday is a
Have a
blur.
drinking contest.
I think it's too
Well, we do that. That starts in about 2 hours, actually.
What about having something leading up to the con?
we can go ahead.
I want to see people, but if it was something you work on and display,
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time thinking talks
Yeah.
to people and we don't.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's hard to
like
get it's hard to get
8-bit
something
deal.
done in another room and be able to watch.
Well, the 8-bit deal.
The talks are
Yeah.
too good.
Yeah, the talks are too good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that.
Workforce talks and
So crappier talks, more content.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. The 8-bit thing was like, okay, put the little beads on here, then iron out. We didn't want anything. It's like we're not doing a crypto challenge because nobody even would.
But if you had it set up like with the frequent code, with something beforehand,
Yeah.
and then that would be fun. Because, you know, you get the anticipation build. You're like, yeah, it's almost Outerz0ne, and then it's
We had somebody was going to do a steganography talk, so we were going to have some stuff up front, but he ended up not being able to do it. So we've tried some stuff like that. We'll do what we can to do some fun stuff. Do you have the contest winners?
We have 3. And then we have some displays. We've got our 8-bit contest here.
Okay, we have the 8-bit contest.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
There we go. There's an 8-year-old that's going to be pissed that you outdid him, so that's okay. We make him strive harder.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Hey, you've done this
His
before,
8-bit
haven't
character
you saw it.
I'm natural. And we have the theme for next year contest winner.
There we
I should
go.
probably show this to you first.
There's no penises in it, so I'm okay with it so far. There's a little bit of cleavage, but I'm titillated by that. Outerz0ne 9, all rise. Why do I That's
Done and done.
we're going to have to talk about that one, but that's funny. I like that. I like that.
Or lightning talks, and those will just drag on.
No, you actually did a wonderful job. I like that.
We actually have the best badge alteration of all time.
Oh, is that
And Lego contest winner, so this is #1 in my book.
Okay, overachiever. So we've done the badge contest and the Lego contest all together. Here we go.
It opens, and they're interchangeable. I lost Chewbacca.
We have
What other conferences do you go to where they bring a box of Legos and you get to relive your childhood or last week, depending on who you are, and get to play like that? It's absolutely awesome. I love it.
I do like the research into Legos all the time.
Yeah. Well, I played with them a lot.
Good job, man.
So, we're going to do something really, really quick here. Thank you all for doing the contest. Thank you here. Okay, so here's the fun part. One of the things that we do, we take donations, but we've always done something to try to be unique. I've done some original art, which wasn't that bad. What can you say? But we try to do something where the staff and the speakers and support team people actually autograph things, because really I have some on my wall. You have to understand that I don't have modern art I have banners, and I have badges, T-shirts, and all kinds of crap like that on my wall. That people walk in and go, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Where'd you get that?" I was there. You know, I put that one together. And everyone showed it. We fucking rocked, and they go, "Okay, dude, whatever." So.
Weirdo.
So we've got some stuff here. I'll start out with some of the fun stuff. I don't want thousands of dollars for any of this stuff, but this is some stuff. I've done Outerz0ne Freaknik, Derby, or worked on DerbyCon 1 year. Just got started. ShmooCon, Freaknik, and Outerz0ne. I don't want to say I've been around, but I've been a couple of places. NinjaCon and CouchCon too. And coming to a con near you soon, Mexicon. So I actually have some swag and some stuff you couldn't get, right? And it's stuff that I prized and I stuck away in a box and didn't touch for years. So
I have that shirt.
You have this one?
Yes, because I suck.
Here is an original PNX or Freaknik OXOB. It was in Hexday here. But this is an original Why You Suck shirt. Awarded to me by Timball and a Baden in their presentation, Why You Suck. So, this is not something that everybody got. How do you think they made it here?
10 to 15.
10 to 15?
Yeah.
So, anybody want to?
I don't remember why.
I don't know. I sucked for something too. I was very good at that. I've done it a couple of times. So, I have a Freaknik Why You Suck shirt. Anyone to auction? Anybody interested? How much? $5. $5. Anything over $5. It's code.
It's code for Why You Suck.
You can analyze it later when you're alone in the dark.
Is there anything on the other side?
What?
Anything on the other side?
No, blank on the back. They went cheap that year. $5. Anybody go over 5?
6.
6? I'm gonna have you killed. Okay, we got $6. Anyone go over 6?
$6.50.
$6.50. I'll have you killed by him.
$6.75.
Poker racing rules.
$1. Oh shit! Someone give me a solid number.
Dollar amounts only.
What size is it? 4XL.
They had it especially made for me. So I said, yeah, 10 poles not included. But yeah.
7.
7? Ski boy, you lose. $7. There you go. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You should say they have that
There we go. It's a man that would have changed shirt size.
Oh, shit.
You know what this one is? No. This is not official goon. I have not in this stuff, a bunch of red shirts for DEF CON. I'm a goon, which is like this, I would say an elite squad, but it's just a bunch of really big guys. We have kind of a brotherhood. I'd love to be able to give someone a shirt. I'm not allowed to give anyone a red shirt. Anything that has a goon fist on it, the DEF CON goon logo, I would be shot on sight if I gave one out. So, well, I have a bunch of them that would be really cool to auction and things like that. But here is a Freaknik 4.0 Goon Squad shirt. There you go. Collector's item. A helpful staff person. Anyone want to auction on one?
What size?
Triple XL. What the hell do you think I wear? Now, there's some real sizes in here. But yeah. $10. It's yours. Come get it. What size is that Unix shirt? One
He said you got to bring it to him.
It's a 3XL.
You got any mediums?
Ski boy. You can have that. I'll wear it right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Ski boy's down up to 12 shirts. That's not a bad.
Here's a one-of-a-kind OZ Deuce hoodie. I only made like 3 of them that year.
Sorry, I'm not going to take one.
Anyone interested in a hoodie?
Extra medium.
It's the official Outerz0ne Deuce, the second year we did the con.
What size?
What do you think it is?
I'll give you a hug.
Medium.
Yeah, it's a 3XL. No tent poles included.
Hazmat suit.
It's very roomy.
I'll give you a hug for it.
No.
Don't pay the bill.
All right, tell you what.
Pull out the big gun.
Pull out the big gun.
So when I get married and let myself go.
Robert, do your brother a favor.
So remember, this is the year.
I'm sorry,
Quit allowing minors.
No.
18 and up for next year only.
Well, do what?
You got a bid on that hoodie, $10.
Yeah, I'll be
Who's got a bid on
An
the
overcon.
$10? Who had a bid on the hoodie?
I had a hug.
Yeah, I tell you what, I love your hugs and
Double
all,
hug.
Cash only fucker.
but there you go. Okay, here we'll bring out the big boys. Huh?
Okay, I get service credit for another office.
So, okay, here you go. Who's familiar with Freaknik? Okay, for years I was involved with Freaknik, ran it for a few years. One of our big deals for the speakers and the staff, we actually have umbrellas with the giant Hacker Inside logo on it. It doesn't say Freaknik, it doesn't say any other con, it's just the logo itself. So we did that and only gave it out to speakers and staff, and I actually have one left. Anybody interested in auctioning off a very cool umbrella, a one of a kind? Huh? $5.
$10.
Who's got 10? Ted's got 10?
15.
You got 15?
20.
Who's got 20?
25.
25. Seriously, there were not many of these made.
26.
It's okay, 26. It's going to be 26.
28.
You have to have exact change if you're bidding at full amounts.
We'll round it up to the next 50. How's that? Not cents. You said 28? 30? 30? All right. 30. It's even.
That's hot.
Let your
Fire
ego
over
flow.
30. All right. There you go, $30.
All right.
Yeah, it's an extra $10.
That's slightly used. Umbrella kind.
Take boots down.
There you go. I'll take
Just
one.
wash it out.
I have 2 of these.
Shake the fuck out of it.
There's that little plastic case.
Here's been the Schmoocon. It's one piece of swag you can't get unless you spend the weekend working your ass off. It is the Schmoocon 5 Moose. And if you've ever been to Schmoo, there is an ongoing joke about an hourglass moose. So every year, everyone on staff gets some sort of a moose paraphernalia. So, anybody interested in a moose?
It could be a Christmas tree ornament.
Deviant? Did you ever get one, Deviant? You did? You stole one, didn't you? $5. $5? Okay, I got $5. Any more?
What is it?
It's a Schmoocon 5 Moose. So you got one. I'm sure you did. Sucker. $5? Did you make anything higher? Sold the man in the back for $5. Go on up. All right. So that one. Who wants to really fuck with the people at the office?
What show?
Who would like to go into the next corporate meeting
I got to get in trouble.
and lay down your Hacker Inside portfolio? Only available to staff and speakers for the 10th annual Freaknik conference.
$5.
With the big, it's cool Hacker Inside logo on it.
$5.
$5. And from Zipline. Who's next?
15.
15? Clint? Anyone else? Anyone else? 15? Who?
16.
Zips for 16? CP?
What is it?
$16?
Got 20 over here.
20.
20? Anyone go over 20? Going once? Going twice? Slim Jim, come get one for $20. Thank you, sir. I have 2 items left.
Seriously?
Dude.
Yeah, I've actually been told not to bring that to the meetings.
Really?
Say, Rob, don't bring that.
Who wants a really cool portrait? CP's got to come up here and actually sign it.
Yeah, he does.
Right now?
Yeah, come on, sign it. One at a time. If I've got embarrassing things out there, you've got to have one.
I find it hard to fact check.
That's your girlfriend.
There you go.
I can't do
That's
that.
fine.
This is difficult to fact check.
Yes, love.
I'm the difficulty.
Who's got the first bid?
$20.
It's a piece of history now. Hey, what?
I'll put 24 just for the death card.
Oh, dear God. $20 in the back.
40.
Who's got, oh, Carlos got 40 up front. Who wants to go over 40?
Do it.
40's it?
Come on.
Hey, Iron King, you can use it like on the podium when you're
Oh, that motherfucker's going to travel.
Have a
He's
dream
going to
above
show
your
up
bed.
everywhere.
It's like the new Kaminsky, dude.
Just so you can get a good.
Oh, that's even worse, man. Who knows the Kaminsky thing?
Yeah, everyone's taking pictures of them.
I actually have a collection of long pictures with the live Kaminsky, not the cardboard, but yeah. Anyone want to go over 40?
Come on. It's CP touching his nipples.
4001.
40's it? Going once?
I gave all my cash out earlier.
Going twice? $40.
There already.
Coming to a spot near you. Guys, that's awesome.
I expect to see it on a Japanese wall.
I think that would
It's going to be on something awful.
You what?
4chan. Oh,
I have the original we could talk.
Keep spamming 4chan with it. Keep spamming it.
This is going to be the new Rage comic on 4chan.
You know those anime pillows that Japanese men like to hug? It's going to be like that.
So, I got one last thing, then we're going to thank everybody. and get the fuck out.
Wait. What did the printer say about this one? If you don't know.
Vistaprint didn't say a word. Really? But somewhere there's a guy with a copy of that in his bedroom. It's not me. So,
Not that you know of.
yeah, as far as I know, I have a wallet-sized print I carry with me all the time.
Where's Deviant's shirt?
Deviant shirt, it's, oh, okay, yeah, we have to do that one. Apparently you're waiting on that one.
I'm not paying for it.
Do you want to do Deviant's shirt first or the banner? Which one are we going to do? Sure. Shirt, okay. Deviant, as far as I know, you had nothing whatsoever to do with this. Here you go. This is a shirt
That got mysteriously.
from Bump My Lock. The Deviant has modified. Actually, there's a little print on the front. I'm not really sure of the significance of the toothbrush. But anyway.
Oh, wait, I gotta bump my car.
Okay, I can't believe that the 17-year-old just said that.
Yes, just say it. What do you want?
Oh my God.
You know those guys? They're kind of.
I can't believe we get to get away with things like this. What'd you do? We defaced the t-shirt.
And sold it.
Yeah, we put penises all over t-shirts and auctioned it off.
We figured out that for every penis, the price goes up by $5.
Okay.
Whoever gets it needs to take pictures
So-
and post it on space sticks.
Yeah, I think if you do actually bid and win the shirt, you have to wear it to each con at least for a couple of hours every time you bid. So you can answer
And
those
there's
questions.
responsibility in this shirt.
Yes, fiscal. Okay, so anyhow, we have the Bump My Lock signed and modified by. Signed and modified by our own Deviant. Who's got an opening bid?
I was coming for $1,000.
I was coming for $1,000. And what's that?
$1.
That's one of a kind.
Yes, it is.
It is one of a
It is
kind.
one of a kind.
Each one is a
Who's got an opening bid?
Should I call out?
$2, $3, $4, $5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, too much for my blood.
So we're up to $10. Anyone go over 10?
1050.
One kind of
1050. Anyone over 1050?
What size is it?
Large.
Extra large.
T-shirt.
XL.
Be sure to wash it in warm water. If you put it in cold, it shrinks.
We'll take that door with the back. So we got 1050 to 15.
But you have to wear it.
Shane's gonna wear it to work.
Yeah.
You have to wear it.
Tenacity.
So we got 15. Come on. Anyone going over 15? Come on, this is hilarious.
Now this is going to be a part
If
of
anything,
the
it's big. It's really simple. Alter a T-shirt into a throw pillowcase.
That'll look great on your head. I thought you were going to say just wear it outside and it'll shrink up a little bit.
That one on a pillow.
There you go.
Hey, if you win, can you pick who wears it?
15? You're making Shane wear it to work, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a DEF CON. Okay. I gotta have a picture of that. Sold for $15 to Davey the We've always done these basically to raise a little extra cash and have some fun with it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
If they try to take a
No, you don't understand. You're in like Flint. The goon squad is going to stand around. We're going to walk you from place to place.
We'll display you.
What's that shirt say? Excuse me, can you step back? Thank you very much. We'll make sure you take care of it. So, last thing I got, we're getting the hell out of here. Some thank yous, and we're good. We actually did a banner. All the speakers and all the staff signed it. Had Billy sign it, a couple of other people. People who've always supported this, and we really appreciate it. So, anybody want to bid on the banner? A slightly damaged banner.
$40.
We're up to 40 already.
45. Please.
45.
Thank God it's more than my nipples. 45. We sold more than a naked picture of me.
60 curve off. We got 60.
You find it flattering that your nipples sold for $40.
It's $20 a nipple. That's
That's the wrong number. $60 to curve off. Anybody else? $60 going once. $60 going twice. Curve off. Thank you very much, sir. On a piece of history. With that comes.
I've got last year's too.
You do?
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right, boys and girls, thank you for that.
You text me.
Let's take it out. Lay down the glass.
Who's an Arduino guy? Everyone who's starting an Arduino has a relatively low interest but thinks about it occasionally. Okay, that's enough people. Makes both Arduino bots and gadgets. I've got a stack of them up here. Yeah, come get one and don't ever mention it again.
Don't step on the banner! Hey, hey, hey.
Marvin's not step on the
I'm feeling real generous. Put something in the barrel.
It's okay. It don't cost
Oh, Jesus. This is expensive. We're getting that shit.
Guys, watch my Outerz0ne.
Sucker robot.
My wife sees these and she's like, "Cool, what?" And I'm like, she has nowhere to talk. She's in a charity event right now.
All right, fun's over. Got some thank yous. This year we had a new twist. We wanted to say thank you to anyone who paid $40 or more. You kind of paid for yourself and somebody else, got somebody else in. So if you paid more than 40, we got you a sponsor badge. It was great. Set sponsor. If you see somebody wearing it, go up and give them a hug. If it's deviant, grab his butt. The people that sponsored us here: Kerbob, Keith, Carlo, Shane, Trey, Gene, Catbud, Russell, Bob, Lotec, Wave, Drew. Is that fuck you, fake you? What is that?
Faku.
Okay, Faku will go there. Yak, Dr. Nichols, Jeff Ball, NX0, Billy Goat, and W. Lansdowne. So, round of applause. our sponsors part due. We have companies that are taking good care of us. We want to say thank you. First of all, Tenacity, Shane.
Thank you.
Last year we did the same thing. Took care of people. If you didn't have a place to stay, they help you out with that. We really appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you for coming out. Gene, Shane, everybody give them a hug. I appreciate it. Thank you. MyHardDriveDiet.com. That would be Scott Moulton over here. His drive recovery business. He's been the voice of reason, although I don't always listen to him. And he's a very good guy. I really appreciate it. GetBackMyPorn.com. That would be Carlo here, the more interesting portion of his data recovery company, other than Vicious Data, which was named after Liz Vicious. Anyway, you have to ask me about that and the MGM Chronicles later on.
Liz Vicious knows who I am.
Hey, I'm kind of a big thing, kind of a big deal. That's it. We want to thank Tool, Deviant, thanks for coming out, bringing the lock picks, letting them all play. CP and the guys from DC 949 coming out to do the party. 0-day preview on us, no one else gets to see, not for a while. We appreciate every bit of that, it was very good. The boys at DerbyCon, Iron Geek. Okay. We got stickers. You can give him a hug, smack him on the butt. He likes that. IronGeek.com. If everybody hasn't heard, Iron Geek actually did the video rendering system that we use. I did the hardware end of it. We had the video. He wrote the rest of the software and the scripting that actually takes what we have and renders it. I would say by tomorrow morning, every one of the videos from today are rendered and ready to go, and they'll go online by Monday. I'm saying that because I'm not the one responsible for it, and he'll have to now. So give him a big round of applause. He's saved us all. No Starch Press. We've got a lot of stuff from them in the past. We really like how they do things. They're really great people. They support the community. If you get a chance, pick up a No Starch book. We appreciate it. Really good guys. The boys over at InfoSec Daily, they allow me to come on the air, and I get to talk about the conferences and hang out with them and have a good time. Rick couldn't be here. He actually had an event he had to go do. So unfortunately, he couldn't be here, but we want to give a round of applause to them. Thanks for having a good show. Billy Hoffman with Zoom. Billy, years ago, I said something to him about, man, I don't know if I can do this, what am I going to do? And he said, look, whatever you need me to do, I will do. And Billy has always held true to that. So I want to say thank you to Billy. He came by earlier, he had a bachelor party, so he elected to kill brain cells there. That's understandable. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. We want to thank Billy for coming out and doing his part. Some applause. Thank you. On the list is Top Dog LLC, which happens to be the company that.
Who the hell is that?
That's some schmuck. I don't know what he does. Top Dog is actually my company, along with Robin, that we put on Skydog with, and hopefully it's the umbrella that we shelter ourselves with when shit goes wrong. So anyway, our staff, Mad Max, this is Carlo. Carlo, wave. Thank you, Carlo, for coming out and helping us. And Charles, where'd Charles go? Blew away in the wind. GCSA.
He's getting
Went to the boys' room.
I'm getting drunk.
I want to say thank you to CP, although he's probably left the room to go get the party started or something. Iron Geek, also, again, thank you for being on staff and helping us. Margaret Sampson, Debbie Scott, Simply Red, his wonderful assistant there. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to pay for that one later on. She worked registration most of the day, worked really hard, so give her a round of applause. Thank you. Ski Boy, stand up. Ski Boy is young. It is up to us to keep him alive, teach him what sarcasm really is and how to use it efficiently, and get him out into the real world.
Do not give him alcohol.
Do not give him alcohol under any circumstances.
And his dad is a cop.
Yeah, his dad's a cop, so don't fuck it up for me, man. So thank you, Ski Boy, for helping out today.
Don't worry, this is
Ted's been in front of the video, taking care of it. We handed it to him. registration. And Lynn, thank you, sir, helping out. You walked up and you handed your shirt and said, "Do this," and you went with it. So thank you. And then Ziploc for coming out, taking good care of us, being a little bit of the sage wisdom about things. Smart ass, yeah. Ziploc will always have a staff position. Boy, that sounded really bad. Ziploc will have a staff position at any conference that I run. I want to give him props for everything he's done for the community, both for us and
Thanks for lunch.
Backtrack. Yes, everything out there.
Thanks
So,
for lunch.
Thanks for.
He bought us lunch.
Oh, thank you for lunch. I didn't know that. Thank you. Just run through. We are going to take all of this stuff that's up here and cram it into boxes so that we can go over to Malone's with everyone and eat something. Now,
9:30 reservations.
9:30 reservations.
That's right now.
44, 43. Okay. So if you guys want to head that way, we'll catch up to you in a few. If a couple people want to help us actually pack stuff up, that'd be awesome. But we're going to go over there. We told them 40. I think we had 26 people confirmed they're going over. So grab somebody and take them with. Long table of people. We usually have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs.
We got the upstairs.
We got the upstairs. We're not downstairs with the mundanes. We're upstairs with all the cool
There's a
people.
smoking porch.
Yes. You can step outside and smoke.
Where is it?
There are no hookers unless Ziploc brings any, but it's up to you this time.
It's about a block. If you go out of the hotel to the main road on Virginia Avenue, it's about a block right over the interstate on the right.
Yeah. Please be careful when crossing the street. CP's parties in the spirit of St. Louis, which is registration. Tomorrow we're going to do IHOP. A bunch of us like to go to IHOP and scare everybody that's coming in from church. Also talk to us if you want to do the Fry's trip. If you're not from around here, we go to Fry's and spend a bunch of money and have a blast. If you have a reason to contact us, contact Skydog at Outerz0ne.org if I don't answer you quick enough, which may be the case. I have 17 different
Just CC her.
You can contact Mrs. Skydog at Outerz0ne.org, and she will answer you because she is very good about that. And if it's something you really need, she will turn around and smack me in the back of the head and make sure that I do it. And I will love her every moment for it. A special note from Skydog, if you don't mind, a round of applause for Robin. She did a lot of things. Kept me going, made sure I slept, which is a problem when I do a con. Made sure I was well fed, all of those fun things that keep me going and allow me to stand up here and do what I do. So, thank you again, sweetie, very much.
Thanks.
And thank you, Skydog.
Thank you very much everyone for coming out. Let's do it again next year.
Videos hopefully up on Monday. Archive.org and YouTube. With a few possible exceptions, but Trevor will have them all.